Megan, we're standing outside. Can you explain why? I don't understand.
It looks like Santa Claus brought me a Tesla.
I'll never forget. It was almost 10 years ago. One of our viewers brought his new Tesla Roadster for us to try to drive around. It was really cool. And I thought even then, boy, I'd love a car like this, but it's very expensive. And you know, I like the idea of an electric car, but I want something a little bit more comfortable. Shortly thereafter, Tesla released its sedan, the Model S. And last year, in fact, September 30th of last year, they started shipping a brand new crossover SUV. It's called the Model X. Same idea. It's a fully electric car, and it has the longest range. Well, maybe there'll be a Chevy Bolt later this year that'll have comparable range, but at this point, 250-mile range between charges. Tesla's also realized that one of the big issues with electric cars is charging, like what they call it range anxiety. I'm driving along, where am I going to, I can't stop at a gas station, where am I going to get power? So they've built superchargers all over the country. They're very predominant in this area. We even have one here in Petaluma. That's a free place to go, and within an hour, fill up your tank, or your batteries in this case. So that was what put me over the top. I thought, well, maybe I should try a Tesla. And also, we wanted to take a look at the autopilot feature. So I wish I had a box to take this out of. I don't. That
would be a lot of styrofoam
This
peanuts.
is the Model X. This is kind of fun. The fob looks just like a miniature Model X. And ladies and gentlemen, I shall now try the command. Open the pod bay door, Hal. And here it comes.
Nice.
This is the Falcon Wing door.
Falcon Wing doors.
And they call it, it's not a gull wing, although it looks like the gull wing on the DeLorean, because it's articulated here. It has a joint. And so it can open even with just about a foot of clearance by sliding up and out.
So small garages, great for small garages.
Yeah, they say it takes even less space than a regular door, but even like a sliding door. And I have to say, we have a fairly small garage. It fits in pretty well. This is the 6-seater. So it's fully electric. It drives like a dream, has amazing acceleration. If you get the ludicrous mode, the Model X will go 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. I did not get the ludicrous mode. You'll see that big 17-inch screen there. That is how you control it. In fact, if you look at the dashboard, you'll see there's no knobs at all. It's all done through that big computer screen. Everything can be controlled there because the doors are open. That's what you're seeing right now is where the door is. In fact, if I close the door, you can actually watch it close on that screen. The screen even has the same paint as my car does, which is kind of wild. This has the autopilot, and I actually used the autopilot to drive home from the factory. We got the factory tour yesterday in Fremont.
Now,
it is amazing.
I can't wait to hear about the factory tour, but did you take a nap while you were on the autopilot?
No, I'm not crazy.
Okay.
I think you'd have to be...
I don't know about that.
You'd have to be nuts to let the car drive, but I did on the highway turn on autopilot. I changed lanes. It did that effectively. It was able to follow the car ahead of me, slow down when the cars slow down. You can set how many lengths it's going to go from 1 second stopping distance to 7 seconds stopping distance. And the Tesla representative said, turn it high when you first start it, so you won't feel anxious about being too close to the cars in front of you. I got it partly because of the Falcon Wing doors, but also because we have solar panels. I love the idea of being able to drive without putting a burden on the environment. And it's also really a fun car. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna drive it for a while. Lisa will drive it, maybe you'll drive it. We'll let people try it, and then we'll do a review in the next couple of weeks of how well it goes. But I have to say my initial experiences after only a day, it is the most fun car I've ever driven. It has the most high-tech features, and it's I think it's very effective. I think Elon has figured out a way to make something really exciting. It's a luxury car. It starts at $70,000. This version is $130,000. But that's also part of his master plan, is to bootstrap the production of more affordable vehicles by selling luxury cars to the luxury car market. And I think he's done a good job.
So we should take a look at your bumper sticker too.
Well, I'm making a statement here. Not only does it say 0 emissions and all-wheel drive on the back, but it also tells you that this car is powered by, wait for it, FreeBSD. That's actually a lie. It is not powered by FreeBSD, but I wish it were.
But it's not powered by gas.
It's not powered by gas.
So how was the factory tour?
Oh my gosh, the factory tour, I was in tears. I was in tears. It's so exciting to see. I mean, there are humans There are humans, and by the way, they seem like they're happy. They're enjoying themselves. Remember, we spent some time on the assembly line at the Ford plant in Dearborn, the Rouge plant, watching them make F-150 trucks. This is much more automated than that. Robots handle a lot of the moving parts around, the arc welding, the assembly. The factory, though, is somewhat like the Rouge plant, like Henry Ford's dream, because aluminum ingots come in the front door, plastic beads come in the front door. Much of the car is actually manufactured in that plant, that massive NUMMI plant that was built originally by General Motors and Toyota many years ago.
Wow.
And is now actually built by General Motors, eventually run by General Motors and Toyota, but now run by Tesla. Has a lot more capacity. They're already doing the construction for the Model 3 capacity. So, a lot of fun. Should I open the door one more time? Why don't I open both gull-wing doors?
Watch out. Is there someone coming?
Who cares?
Would
It doesn't
it
matter.
open
They better
if
get out
someone
of the
was
way.
coming?
Yeah, it has sensors all over. In theory, it's not gonna open unless
theory.
somebody's coming. What it mostly does is stop traffic when you do that. Where we're going, we don't need any oil, Marty. The Model X.